Is really beneficial, and I only really discovered that once I was actually consistent with it, because I used to really struggle to do it. Now, I'm not entirely sure why I struggled to do it. Maybe it was because I didn't actually want to get to the nitty-gritty of how I was feeling and writing it down, and it does take a lot to just be with yourself and write down everything about just you and how you're feeling without projecting anger or blame or judgment towards other people in your journaling. It's a lot about being vulnerable and trying to come to an understanding with yourself, about yourself. And that's why I really struggled with it at first, because like many people, it's sort of new territory, and to be able to do that is a great thing, because it is part of the healing path, and it takes a lot of strength, because it's uncomfortable and because it's not very nice to do, and it's something you need to sort of push yourself to do, just like exercise or yoga or having to do the shopping when you just don't want to go out. It's one of those things that you don't really necessarily want to do, but you have to do it if you want to be where you want to be in your life. I never really got what to journal about at first. Like, I didn't really understand how to write it, because I know what you write down is very powerful, just like what you speak is very powerful, and it comes to fruition. Like, if you're writing negative words and you're writing judgment and blame, you're not gonna, what you give out you get back, so you're not gonna get anything great in return. You're not gonna feel good after just writing a whole page of F that person and he's an asshole and blah blah blah. Like, that's not gonna really help you out. What you need to do is, what I found helpful doing, is writing down the situation and just asking myself why with basically everything that I write. So if a situation or certain circumstances made me feel a certain way, I'd write down why. And you don't need to do paragraphs, you can just bullet point it or write it however it becomes easy to you, to not resist it, to not want to not go back to it, if that makes sense. So just write it however it's comfortable and whatever comes easy, and what makes you, basically, that doesn't put you off it. So yeah, I would write down why to everything, how it made me feel, why did it make me feel like that, where do those feelings come from, and then go down to the root of where those feelings came from and say why did that happen. And then if it's from something that's passed down from a family member or a guardian, write down, well, maybe why did that happen to them, like what could have been the reason that they act like that made me pick up that personality trait or that habit. And just do it with, I guess, curiosity but not judgment, and more with an understanding than investigating, if you can. And of course, if you don't have a reason for it, don't force it. But I do find asking why and trying to understand the entire situation and scenario, it does help. And then after you do that, you want to write down the lessons. What did this feeling teach me? How does knowing this about this person help me move on? Because that is the whole point, is trying to write it down, heal from it, try to understand it, or find the growth you can take from it, and then move on and leave it in your journal. I hope this has helped somebody.